I start with the customer, be customer-centric. What's important? To have the energy I want to do, to be able to remain active, to enjoy and relax life. Also important, that said tertiary, but I thought it was fashion. To spend time with my children and grandchildren to reduce the amount of stress in my life. These are the things that people are looking to do. So what's the response? Well, these turn into actual questions, real-life questions that people have. And I think this is important to also, look at. How is the individual verbalizing the challenge that they have? And they verbalize it in the sense of actual questions. What do I do? How do I do it? I want to do this. Tell me how. Give me something that will enable me to do X. And it's around everything about life. Health, finance, enjoying, and connecting, and giving back. What are the homeopathic alternative treatment options for X, Y, Z? How do I care for my aging parents? How can I maximize the money I've saved, etc. But it's also important to think about life stage and how that kind of layers over all of these different segments of the 50 plus. And so you have empty nesters, you have the sandwich generation like me, I have aging parents, I'm in my 50s, worried about my own retirement, I've still got kids at home, and one survived freshman year at UMass, as we all do. So there are all these different challenges, and so again, if you look at these different categories of health, finance, home and family, fun, personal growth, etc., the needs and the desires change and evolve over that timeline and over the life stages. So when you look at it all together, you have a bunch of trends. There's some temporary ones, right, with regard to the economic situation, about reduced spending and a focus on savings. But then you have those things that are more structural, that are more enduring. Financial security, retirement security, wellness and health, home and family, online as another means to stay connected as well as to get good deals. How do I have fun? And then reaching or careering and personal growth. So when we put all that together, I know this is a bit of an eye chart. For us, if you look at the columns on the right hand, there's revenue and there's engagement prospects. And so when we're looking at product opportunities, we're thinking about both of those, right? Because if you go back to the original screen that I provided, we'll do some things because it deepens engagement with our members. We'll do other things because it's mainly, focused on revenue. The green, yellow, and red here is, where are the highs, the mediums, and the lows on revenue. And for us, we already have, a mutual fund company, a financial services company, and if we can figure out how to take the handcuffs off of our ability to market that, we see that as really being a high growth opportunity as well as an engagement opportunity. Once the financial crisis hit, it was really fascinating the way the phones were just ringing off the hook. Not people who had invested with AARP Financial, but just people who really wanted to have advice. And the differentiator for us is our people are not on commission, they're on salary. They are not pushing product. They are there solely to help the person at the other end of the phone. And that, to me, in this environment, is a key differentiator, if we can only let people know about it. But then there's health and wellness. Then there's focus on savings and fun. Well, those are lower revenue prospects, but high engagement opportunities. But I would encourage you to think about all of this, not just in terms of the rows, but think about it in terms of multiple rows. Think about it, where can the trends be combined? Is it health and wealth? Is it health, wealth, and aging in place? Is it aging in place and online interaction? Is it online interaction and fun? Start to think about it not in the buckets. Think about it from the point of view of the customer. Is there a trend or an issue that's really an umbrella for other things? This was just an epiphany for me the other day because we have a focus in-house on caregiving, we have a focus on livable community. two separate silos. We lobby differently in different places about it. But what we also need to do is start to think about it not in terms of our organizational bifurcation, but again, from the point of view of the individual who wants to age in place. And to age in place, you need caregiving, you need transportation, you need housing that has universal design. It is the entire, gestalt of your life. Again, this point about which end of the continuum is your opportunity responding to high need or discretionary spending, or both. And just philosophically, when you think about this, is there a whole greater than the sum of its parts as you start to think about this? I was struck by one thing that Steve said about looking for those opportunities that don't neatly fit into a single category. And to me, this is really what all of us have to be thinking about. That to me is where the opportunity is. So thank you very much. Two questions out of school.
She wants to know if the slides would be available.
Most of them. Although Steve has pictures, you can check it.
On your slides, it looked like you had an insurance product for 50 to 64-year-olds. Is that out now, or is that coming out? Or
no, it's out now.
Back up on that?
It's out now. It's came out last year, I think. Our partner on that is Aetna, and it's designed specifically for 50 to 64. What I don't know is if you can get family coverage, and I've been pushing for that, because without that, I think it's pretty limited.
Is it guaranteed issue, or is it underwritten?
I'm pretty sure it's underwritten.
Jody, first, that was terrific. Second, what's your best guess as to why only 20-something% of your members use your website as their networking or learning environment?
Well, we just revamped our website about a year and a half ago, and we finally, moved into the era of 2.0. And so the growth of online communities has been unbelievable. We seeded them, initially, but then they completely took off, and it's everything, from serious stuff to pets. Now that tells you my bias, but it's about everything under the sun. So people are really using the website increasingly for as a place for online communities. I think what's fascinating is if you look at some of the other players in the space that have focused online communities, like Jeff Taylor and Eons, or Robin Wallner in TBD. Kind of incremental growth. What I was really surprised about was how fast ours, ramped up. And I think it speaks to the integrity of the brand a lot more than it speaks to the ease of use of the website.